What should we do for this intro? Is
Is
there anything to do?
Nah.
Do we just give up?
Yeah.
Do we just quit now?
Spooky music.
I'm turning the
over this.
camera off.
Oh no.
No, not really.
Okay. Got ya. You got pranked.
Trick or treat, they got the...
You got a
Get
trick.
into it, for God's sake. So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is Baz here.
And have I got something in my face? Here.
I don't know, have you?
I don't know, that's what I thought I'd ask you.
No,
guys,
yeah,
have I got
no.
something here? Can you see that? Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode of, I guess, reacting to animated horror stories, because I couldn't really find any other games to play.
Nah.
I guess if you guys want to see us play anything, let us know down below. This kind of series always seems to go down well, and it's coming up to October, so makes sense.
Indeed.
Should we get on with it?
Let's do this. Spooky, spectacular seasons. Lamar Arts. Description down below.
Story one. So the first one we're going to be watching, guys, is called Two Disturbing Horror Stories, and this one came out 4 days ago as of recording this one. I would ask if you've seen it, but...
No.
Exactly.
No.
And I already knew the answer.
Over the weekend, about 15
Whoa, that
coworkers
voice,
Yeah,
though.
Cole's husband's
myself
got
had
the
our
best
company
voice for
trip to
this.
the Stanley Hotel
Nice,
in
warm
Estes
voice.
Park, known for being Stephen King's inspiration for The Shining.
Oh.
We took an 8 p.m.
Oh.
ghost tour where we
me
joined
again.
around 15 other people to
doing
get
here?
guided around the
There I am.
property and told
What?
stories
That's me, the
about
woman.
its history and creepy things that are said to
Okay.
have happened.
The Zamalets.
We were told to take a lot of pictures, I'm sure to try and capture orbs or ghosts. Many
Sure.
green orbs were caught in pictures, but I don't think
Oh,
it
what's
was
the
as
strange guy
creepy
again?
as this
Oh,
photo
yeah.
taken by my
That's the
coworker.
Easter eggs, I think.
A little girl in a hot pink dress who was definitely
Hot
not
pink.
on our tour.
She was hot.
You sure she didn't take a picture and pan
Years
quickly?
ago, A
Yeah.
young girl who was 12 to 13 by the name of Lucy was squatting in the basement of the concert hall,
She's only
which
12?
is where
Wow.
this photo
What's she
was
squatting there
taken.
for? She's working
And she
out.
was
Oh, you mean like
she
staying there?
was
Okay.
forced to leave, and
Okay.
the night got
Wow.
below freezing, so she froze to
That's
death.
straight out of The Shining, that.
Yeah.
Everyone on
that
my
is,
tour has vouched that this girl was not on our
There's
tour.
me again.
I mean, what
the hell?
And again!
What's going on? The two stages
The
of
man
8-Bit Ryan.
pictured as our tour guide. No one would have been in front of him. I am
That's odd.
convinced that this is the ghost of Lucy. Just one more added note, though I
He doesn't
doubt
look
anyone
impressed.
Yeah,
would
he really
believe me.
doesn't.
But there was only one time throughout the tour where I felt any strange energy or feeling.
Big his head is
It
compared to
was
his
right
shoulders.
there, headed down to the basement of the concert
Ugh.
hall.
Don't go down there. Don't. Please. I thought it was going to go down, though. I was going to say. So that's more of like a spooky encounter with... I don't know. It wasn't...
What the hell?
This happened a few
Story
weeks
number
ago
2,
when I
guys.
was walking home from school, excited
again?
that my freshman year was coming to an end. It was
Aw,
a
man.
Tuesday night when I was turning in my last essay for history.
Oh,
I
this is
left it
definitely
to
a
the
horror
last
so far.
minute, and the teacher actually made me complete it before I could go home.
What
I
the
hated
heck?
my teacher for that.
It's like 11 o'clock at
Around
night. He's still
8
there.
Stay
p.m.,
there.
I finished
Hurry
that
up, Johnny.
goddamn
3 a.m.,
essay
sir.
and was
Stay.
walking home. The rain had
He's wearing a
stopped,
corpse husband
and there
He's got a
beautiful
corpse husband
sunset.
t-shirt.
I just said that.
There was a red 2016 Toyota Camry right
Oh,
behind me.
this is one of my phobias,
I got
man.
goosebumps thinking it was following
Or being
me.
followed.
Yeah,
I
well, of
didn't look
course.
back
But
and started walking in my apartment's direction. I wanted to go to a busy road to feel safer.
yeah.
Just then, the car sped up, stopping right next to me.
Oh,
A middle-aged
God.
man asked me where I
Oh
was
my
headed.
God.
He
Jesus.
suggested to drop me off. I
Danny
said
Sex
no
Bag.
We're
thanks,
good.
but the man wouldn't leave and insisted.
Jeez,
got a
five
scar.
head.
I wanted to
Yeah.
tell the man to just fuck off, but I
Oh.
took off running instead. I heard a
Not bad.
loud noise and at the same time felt something I can only describe
Did he get
as a
shot?
sharp vibration hitting my flesh.
What?
I fell to the ground not knowing what happened. Out of adrenaline, I was about to get up and run again as I felt a heavy arm grab me by the mouth.
By the mouth.
Oh,
Then
my
the pain set in. I realized that I was shot.
Holy
There was another
crap.
man next to him that searched my pockets. He grabbed my phone and threw it on the ground as he tied
Okay.
my legs and taped my mouth. They quickly put me into the trunk of their car.
What? This just went
and then
downhill
started
so
driving.
quick, man.
I could feel that we were going very fast, and
Oh,
I'm
God.
sure that we hadn't stopped at all for a good 30 minutes.
Should have done like, you know, the whole
I was feeling
Taken
my
too.
blood
When he like
soaking
naps out
into
on his
my
head.
shirt, which scared me the most. I was
Are you kidding me?
certain that I was going to die.
That would
I
scare
was
me the
thinking
most.
about my
That bit.
parents and what they would feel when they heard that I was missing.
Oh, thank God.
Then the car came
Really
to a
thankful.
stop.
Oh.
By some miracle,
Is he
I
dead?
heard a
No.
police
Oh,
officer
God's
asking for IDs and driver's licenses.
Start kicking.
I wanted to yell for help, but nothing came out.
You kidding me?
Just then, I heard 3 to 4 gunshots. I heard another cop yelling.
This is insane.
Shots fired!
Did this really happen?
I was begging the cop to find me.
Definitely happened,
Then I
Kappa
heard the
face.
cop searching the car. I was feeling joy as my pain was growing worse.
Kick the
Seconds
like
felt
thing.
Yeah.
hours.
Come on.
The officer then opened the car's trunk and suddenly started firing at me out of a fight or flight response. Thankfully, the bullets missed. The officer quickly caught up to the fact that I was kidnapped and
Well, I don't think he did when he fired like 10 shots.
back up immediately, and it arrived.
How did
in
he miss?
minutes.
He must have had a really bad
They
aim.
placed the injured officer onto a gurney and drove off in an ambulance.
Hopefully he made it out okay.
Finally, when the
Jeez.
scene was safe. They called another ambulance for me.
Oh.
I woke up in the hospital. The news media was everywhere. I was fine after a few days, but later learned
Good.
that the officer that was shot didn't make it.
This is so
I
depressing.
don't know
Yeah,
if those men are
Jesus.
still alive
That was
or rotting
On
away in a
Vince.
prison
Yeah.
for killing an officer.
Really
How's it
awkward.
look,
Just talk. There you go.
I don't want to know what would have
Oh,
happened
we're back at this.
if those officers hadn't stopped the car.
Is that where it stopped? You know, back at the store?
Yeah.
With the
that
shouty
was
guy?
weird. Yeah.
The guy that just screamed at nothing? Those were like, I don't know, they were scary because they felt real.
Yeah.
You know, at least a second one. That's like, I'm not walking home on my own again,
Yeah.
Baz.
Nah,
You take me home.
nah. You are home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, we're not.
Oh, no, we're lost again. Look, where...
Here's the second story, guys. House Sitting Horror Stories animated.
Should be good. Never have I had to house it. I think that's like a past generation thing, is it not?
Yeah.
At least maybe in the UK it is. I think maybe in the US people still do this sort of stuff.
Well, when you look
But-
after people's cats and stuff, maybe it's kind of like that.
It's a bit more, and I guess it's a bit more dramatic when the cat started speaking.
Yeah.
Then it's a bit weird.
A couple weeks ago, my dad came home and pitched me a small job offer. One of his coworkers was going away for a few days and needed somebody he could trust to watch over his house.
It's a lot of talking,
The
isn't it,
reason
just to
my
ask
dad
that.
pitched this to me was because the man's house
Hello,
has a big
son.
CCTV system. Basically a
That
camera
was cool,
in every
like 3D
room,
animation.
and then an operating desk where all screens could be watched
It's
on a
FNAF.
big monitor.
But look how crappy
And
the
I'm
light
a computer
is.
science major, so my dad just always assumes that I know how to work anything technological.
How
The
dare
man
you.
told my
Yeah.
dad that he'd pay me $200 for the 2 days just to watch the house.
Damn, that's
Damn.
good money.
Whatever that meant. My dad drove me to the house
whatever
and
that meant.
introduced me to the man.
And
whose
again,
name
it's
doesn't
24
matter.
hours times 2.
The man made it seem like
Mario.
he preferred I stay in the
Gotta save the
upstairs
princess,
room
hasn't it?
Hey, how's it going, mate? I don't know why he sounds like that.
That was fine with me, though. So when I wasn't eating, I was mostly just sitting
Fish
in that
sticks?
room with the TV on in the background. and
Sorry?
doing schoolwork
Shouldn't be
on
eating
my
those.
laptop. Ironically, the thing I was doing the least was keeping an eye on the monitors.
Oh, come on right now.
Night came. I started wondering where in the house I should sleep, since surprisingly we hadn't discussed that.
Probably start at a bedroom.
I slept
so
in the
I
kitchen.
sat back down at the
So I
desk
slept
and looked at all
outside.
the different rooms
Slept
and
in the
screens
shed.
to see which
Got
rooms
pneumonia.
had beds and couches. I noticed something I wasn't expecting to notice, though.
Chica.
The back screen door was
Rule
open
34,
downstairs.
Chica.
I
Swing
didn't
her hips at
remember it
me.
being open.
So thick in real life.
I looked through each and every camera screen in a panic. In the
This is
living
like- yeah,
room,
this
a
is-
closet door was open.
Oof.
This one I knew wasn't open.
Camera angle though.
I texted my dad to call the man and ask him if he came back home. Meanwhile, I
Oh.
continued watching the screen.
Ah, this is making me feel
On
weird.
the grainy, dark image, a tall person who resembled only a black shadow
see
on the
anything.
screen
Oh, yeah,
stepped
there
out
he is.
from the closet.
Ah, it looks like the Grim Reaper.
I pulled my arm
Like a
down
hood.
the desk as I covered my mouth with my hands in shock.
Barricade the door right away.
As I did this, however, my left elbow pulled some heavy object from the desk onto
course
the
it
floor,
did.
creating
What
a
is
big
that?
thud. The
5
person in the
kilogram
image
weight for
very
no
clearly
reason.
moved their head up to the ceiling as a
fly
response to
looking.
the noise. They went for
Too
the
late. Covering
stairs,
your mouth
walking
isn't gonna
up
make the
very,
object quieter,
very
man.
Slowly, step by step.
Barricade the door,
Meanwhile,
dude.
I got a text back from my dad saying, "No, he's not. I just spoke to him half an hour ago. Why?" I
Oh,
got
boy.
so caught up in my phone texting my dad to send help that I didn't even pay attention to the
I'd ring the
monitor.
police before
Yeah.
texting your dad back.
There
Hello.
was a knock at the door.
Room service. Really trying to
I
play it
looked
out.
at
Hello there, me
on
old
the screen.
chum. So good
Hello
night.
there, me
The
old
first
chum.
screen I laid my eyes on was the one showing the person outside the door to the room I was in.
Oh my gosh, like the silhouette
And I
shadow.
remembered that door had no lock. The only thing I could think to do was jump out
Yeah,
the window
go
into
for
the
it.
bushes below.
Yep.
I
There
ran
you go.
halfway down the block and then stopped when my dad called me.
Getting
I had
still
him
paid
call
for
his
this.
friend and ask him if
Yeah,
he
I
was
was gonna say.
expecting somebody
Yeah.
in the house. The man said he had no relatives or friends who had his
Was he
key
drinking it
or
on a
would
beach
ever
at,
let
like,
themselves into his
3 in the
home.
morning.
Yeah.
So he called the cops. and
Borderline
had them
alcoholic.
review
Yeah.
the footage. I
Really
got to
smashing
watch all of
everything.
it,
Yeah.
And it showed everything.
Whoa.
From the moment the intruder broke the glass to the backyard door, to the moment I jumped out the window and him running away shortly after.
Did they ever find him though?
The intruder was never found.
There you go.
Ah.
The footage was just too dark to identify his face.
Night vision is a thing.
What did he do? What was his? He didn't steal anything.
So
What's the
he
point in that, then?
broke in, knocked on the door, and that was it.
Yeah.
Each to their own, I guess. I think I've said this before. I had it one time. Like, have you ever had it where you've been in the home alone, you hear a noise, and you get really paranoid?
Yeah.
I had it. I think I said, didn't I, when I was
Yeah,
playing
he's
Dying Light?
Yeah, and you heard it knock downstairs or something.
Oh, it's a weird. It was Dying Light, the following DLC, and it was the weirdest sound out there. It was like, it was kind of like, it was like consistent knocking sound, and I stood there and I was like, I took my headphones off and I was just there on my phone like, Mom, help me.
Hello. There's an intruder in the house.
Texting the intruder.
Yeah. What are you doing in my house? It was me.
What are you up to? Yeah. What was it?
Hello.
Well, there goes that. All right,
Yeah.
please, we're looking for you. So you're done.
Oh, no.
All right, first, should we watch story 3?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
They'll be waiting outside for me anyway. It's all good.
They are there now. Listen. Final one, guys. Abandoned house at night.
Ooh,
I'll never forget the time
spookiest.
me and my brother snuck
Goddamn,
out past our
80s.
bedtimes to explore an allegedly haunted house down the block.
So you don't do that,
Yes,
kids.
I said bedtime, as I was only 10 and my brother Luke was only 12. When
Oh,
our parents said goodnight to
It's a
us,
tiny Rubik's
I went to
Cube. How
would
Luke's
you do it?
room and we took a couple hand-powered flashlights with us and hopped outside through the window. Luckily, his room was on the first
Wow.
floor.
How old are these kids?
Those
Yeah.
as I was only 10 and my brother Luke was only 12. Powered flashlights
Goonies.
worked by
Yeah, look at that
constantly
neck
pushing
thing.
in a
What
little
is that?
trigger that would
This can't be
create
from the
light inside
80s.
the lens. They were
Okay.
noisy as hell, but they were convenient. Once we were outside, we just walked down the block, and in 2 minutes we were there. It was rumored by all the neighborhood kids and teens that the place was haunted.
You're about
Everything
to
about
find
it was
Pennywise
creepy.
in there, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The
man.
older, more antique design of the house, the isolation from the rest of the houses, and the
All of the
broken
above, maybe?
windows and rotting wood. It seemed perfect for a horror movie.
Yep, called it.
We went around to
It.
the backyard.
Ooh, look at
Literally.
This
That
was all my
perspective.
curious and confident brother's
A
idea.
speeder.
I was scared
what the heck?
shitless.
Literally
The
turning
door
his
was locked,
trousers.
as expected.
Oh.
I felt a bit of relief, thinking we might just go home.
But wasn't
But
it his
my brother
idea?
made a
Yeah.
shocking
What?
move next. He grabbed
Kicked
a
down the
plank
door?
of wood laying in the grass and began smashing the already
Began
chipped
doing a
window.
ritual.
Eventually, there was enough of an opening to unlock
Savage.
it and slide it up completely. We
Wow,
hopped
okay.
inside and began cranking those noisy
It's
ass
going to be squatters in here.
Yeah.
Immediately
Gym
after entering
members,
the
that
house,
is.
we both picked up on the fact that it was like 90 degrees in there, which was odd
weird.
as it was a September night in the mid-70s.
So that
There
explains
was no
that.
graffiti
Yeah.
or anything anywhere. In fact, it was relatively empty besides a few pieces of furniture that were clearly not worth taking along. It seemed we
suppose.
were the first to enter the house, shockingly, or at least
wouldn't
from
say
the
that.
back. We went upstairs to the main floor from the little den area.
This animation's
and continued
cool.
cranking
Yeah, man.
the flashlights.
I like this one.
That's when we heard the slightest crack in the floorboards from right above us.
Yeah, there's other people there. Of course there was.
We both jumped. I tugged for
Why'd you
Luke to
jump?
leave,
People
but
looking
he told
for
me
warmth?
the place is old as hell. It's just house noises.
Nah.
I stopped cranking the flashlight at this point, and
House
I
starts
urged
speaking.
Luke to
It's
do
just
the
a house
same.
talk.
Yeah.
But he only called me stupid
out of my
for
house.
suggesting something so ridiculous.
Maybe your little
Then
brother's
there was
right.
another crack in the floorboards from above us.
It's good to be superstitious, guys.
He began walking upstairs.
Still carried
I
on.
didn't want to go up there, but
Well, he's
I
really
was not
little
about
now.
to stay
Yeah,
down there
tiny.
alone. I followed behind him to the
Well, that's a cool
upstairs.
animation. I like that.
There was a door that led to a room right above where we were standing. I begged
That's
him
where the
not to
noise
open
came
it,
from. He got
but
excited by
He must
it.
have just wanted to be the big, tough older brother.
Ah.
He began to reach for the doorknob while still cranking the noisy flashlight.
Let me guess. The door
But
opened
then
before he could reach.
stopped. I was confused. I could see in the dark he was moving his ear up against the door, listening for something.
I've got fuzzes. I don't know why. Ah.
Silence.
Uh-oh.
Then, the most deafening, nightmare-inducing moment of my life. A single
Scream.
bang on the door from the other side sent my brother staggering into the wall in pain, covering
That means
his
he
ear.
must have been able to see him, you
He
know?
dropped the
To like time
flashlights and
that.
ran straight out the back door and
So
back
breaking his
home.
Oh my
wrist.
God,
Jesus,
yeah, what's
like-
he doing?
He was so loud when we got back that our parents found us out. We told them
God.
what happened, but they naturally didn't care and grounded us both for a week.
They didn't care.
Grounded
Wow.
for the rest of your
2
life.
I
nights
nearly
later,
died, Mum. You're
I
grounded.
woke to the
For
sound
dying,
of something
nearly.
from outside my window.
Oh,
and
please
I saw
no.
a glare of brightness sneaking in through my slightly opened blind.
Well, that's not very, you know, keeping the house
I
himself.
sat up, and my heart sank when I realized it was the sound of the crank to my flashlight. I
Oh,
stood up
what?
and looked out the window, and that's when it stopped. There was nothing but complete blackness out there after that.
Don't
I woke
end there.
the next day barely remembering what happened, and I still hope today that that part was just a dream.
Oh, that was very weird.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like some of these stories, they need like a bit more context so I could, because I really got into that at the end, you know what I mean? And if it would have carried on, maybe it would have explained like what exactly was outside. I wish they went outside and seen something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could have ended on a cliffhanger there, you know? Storytelling, guys.
That's it.
Well, there we go anyway, guys. That was another episode of some different scary stories animated. I guess hopefully you guys still are enjoying this one. We figured we'd do at least one more.
Yeah.
You know, because I think we've done like 3 on this, or is it 4?
I think this is the 5th one now.
Jesus, really?
4 or 5, 1 of the 2, yeah.
That's a lot of... I didn't realise it was that many.
Yeah.
That's a lot of animations.
Doing good.
Is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that was another really fun video. Hopefully you did enjoy getting into, I guess, the spooky stories as well. And I think other than that, we're finished, aren't we?
Yeah.
So you
Thank
can
you for watching.
ding the bell to say that we're finished for the day. You know, pop the card in.
There
you go. All right, guys. Well, we're off today, so you know you can turn the camera off and stuff.
Cheers.
We're done. I'm gonna sit here.
Go to the... Have a pint with the lads. All right.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?